Man, shout out to my subscribers. Shout out to G Montana. Shout out to Scott. Shout out to Trey. Shout out to everybody else who's been tuning in. Shout out to the homie Couch. Shout out to everybody who got me on a playlist because man, that's what's up. So, this story right here, this story right here, this story about big homies. Big homies. The purpose of big homies when you come to prison. See, they get it misconstrued. A lot of young homies be thinking that big homies is there to take advantage of you. No, uh-uh. The big homie is there for you if you have questions, if you need assistance, if you need help, just period, because you're going through something you don't understand. And if you was a gang member, I mean, there's bad seeds. Let's not get it twisted. There's bad seeds, but a real big homie, he's gonna be there to teach you, help you, and go and mold you because their job is to make sure that you make it back home to your loved ones. So in a sense, I mean, we're responsible for you. As a young homie, anything you do reflects the car that you a part of, and in most situations, it affects the black race in prison in California because California is sectioned by races. So I'm gonna give you an example of the big homies. You get into it with a crib on the yard. Now, you didn't take off right there. As soon as you got back and forth, you didn't take off or whatever. Or he threatened you. We pulled a knife. I mean, just shit in general. So the first thing you do, this is protocol. Before you go and start a whole riot or a race riot or another riot with another faction, you gotta go holler at the big homie. Hey, man, this motherfucker did this. This is what I want to do. And the big homie is gonna weigh it out. And he gonna be like, are you sure this is what you wanna do? Yeah. So what I'ma do, or what the other big homie will do, is he's gonna go holler at the big homie from the other car. If it's another black car, it's another like a Bay Area or a faction inside your car or whatever, then he gonna holler at they big homie, and then they gonna be like, look, this is what happened, man. He want that fade, or this is what happened, and if he don't get that, this is what's really gonna happen. So because the big homies are there to prevent riots, prevent you from doing things that you gonna regret, or prevent you from really just fucking your life off. So the big homie gonna holler at they big homie, look, this is what it is, and we're gonna set it up. Then after it's done, it's no harm, no foul, go on about your business. That happens a lot more in prison than you will get credit for. Because, man, you don't have dads in there. You got big brothers. They like the big uncles, shit like that. So I'm gonna give you an example of how fortunate I was. When I hit my very first prison yard, I was 18. And I was lucky because my mom's ex-boyfriend was there on the yard. And he had me. So therefore, I already knew I would be in good hands. But I was the type that I don't care. I don't care. I don't care at all. But I remember I had to learn that my young ass ain't hitting as hard as I thought I was. Cause my celly, he was teaching me how to fight lightweight and telling me how to throw punches and shit. But the big homie D.Hunt was in the cell. He was hiding out in the cell so he can get out to the yard. So he said something, man. We used to get off on each other. That's what we was doing. Young homies, we getting off on each other. In my cell, we coming to my cell, we was tying homies up, we was jumping homies, everything in my cell. That's what we was doing as young homies. But when D.Hunt came down, man, he must have said something. I don't know why I did it. I regretted it. He told me something and I fired on him. Bam! He looked at me, he said, nigga! Boom! Man, when he hit me, I'm talking about he knocked all the pride out of me. Boom! You ever seen them shows where you see somebody throw a super punch and he'd be like, bing? Well, That first punch he hit me, it knocked it got me good. But I still was, you know what I mean? I'm still, you know, I got a little bit of pride left, so I fired back. Pap! You know, his little punches was like boom. I mean, his punches was like boom. My little punches was like pat. So we fired, boom. I fired, pat. He fired again, boom. I'm like, pat, boom, pat. Man, he was knocking thunder out my chest to the point where my celly had to step in and save me. When I was done, man, I looked at my motherfucking chest and there was knuckle imprints in my chest. Knuckle imprints in my chest. D.Hunt knocked fire out of my shit. After that, I was like, I gotta get my weight up. These OG niggas hitting hard. But shout out to all the older homies that laced me and helped me survive 17 years in that thing. Shout outs to all y'all because all y'all played a part in me making it out of there without. I ain't never been stabbed. I ain't never been jumped. I ain't never been none of that. So shouts out to y'all, man. Shouts out to y'all, man. One love. Dirty Weather.